Hello. Hi, guys. I decided to do my webinar from Bhutan. Since I'm so obsessed with my trip, I decided let me pretend I'm in Bhutan. Okay, can you guys hear me properly? I just need a thumbs up or a yes, perfect. As long as one of you have done it, we're fine. So let's. So I sat and I started working on this webinar, workshop, whatever you want to call it. And I put in so many things of all the notes I've collected over the years. And I said, I'm going to share as much as I can today. And what I thought is, I'm just going to start with sharing what it is. Because today's self-love and self-care, according to people, has become, sorry, I'm doing admitting. So today's self-care, self-love has just become this entire thing about, it's like narcissism, feeling very important about yourself. But that's not what I'm going to talk about, and that's not what self-love is. And I think all of you know that. I think for me, self-love actually basically means taking care of your needs and realizing that you have value. You have to remember how important you are. Because the first relationship we have with anyone is ourselves. And if you don't have a good foundation of the relationship we have with our own selves, how can we have a great relationship with anybody else? What are the things that come under this? Confidence, self-respect, self-worth, self-love. All of these are interconnected. And as we deepen the relationship with ourselves, we actually deepen the relationship with others too. If it's okay, I'm going to just blabber on and keep saying what I am. There are a couple of things, exercises I may ask you to do. If you don't want to do it right now, just take the notes and do it later, please, because it's pointless if you're not going to do it, right? If there are any questions, please raise your hand, please ask. I'm going with the flow and I am going to try and answer everything possible before we end today, okay? So I think for me, self-love literally is understanding our own worth and recognizing that we are worthy of love. Not only love, more important than that is respect in all aspects of our life. Respect is something we all need. And who's the first person you think you need respect from? Does anyone have an answer? Or you can type it in the box if you don't want to. I know we have a chat somewhere. Okay. So basically, I think the first person we need it from is ourselves. Seriously. Okay. So the first thing I want you to focus on, it'll be the first point, is self-talk. That's your inner voice. When you do something wrong, how do you judge yourself? How do you talk to yourself internally? You need to be aware of how you talk to yourself internally. When you do something, what's the first thing you say? So stupid, you shouldn't have done that. Shit, I shouldn't have done this. Oh my God, why did I do this? Isn't that typical of all of us? Yeah, I know I'm overacting, Sonia, stop laughing at me. But it's literally, but it literally is that. Have you noticed we all do that? We're like we just like beat ourselves up. We're literally at the receiving end of all negativity by ourselves. So what we need to do is to change the way we talk to ourselves. We have to stop being so critical about ourselves, stop abusing ourselves the way we do, and just be more loving and more kind to ourselves. That really is one of the magical things of self-love. Just that the way you talk to yourself. These points, most of what I'm going to say is what you guys know. I'm just reminding you all again and again of what needs to be done. The way you talk to yourself is so, so important. Please make that the first point that you're going to do. We're going to go later on to see how we do it. I'm just initially going to start with giving you a few points. The other thing which comes from here is about this thing of us being, yes, you're right. We have to agree with whatever everyone says. So if so-and-so says this, yes, it is right. It's all about making other people happy and in the bargain, forgetting who we are and what makes us happy. Oh, I don't know what I've done. My Zoom has disappeared. I don't understand this. Oh, I found it. Okay. So it's it's this entire thing of remembering. We have. I lost it. I'm so sorry. I'm working on my husband's laptop and I don't know where the screen keeps disappearing. Okay. We have to start doing things which fulfill us, we have to get our own hobbies. We need to get our own interests. I can't turn around and say, oh, Sonia likes this, so I must do this. Gunita likes this, so I must do that. What is it that you enjoy? What is it what is it that fulfills you personally? This is something about where again it comes from the same thing of that when you're targeting yourself and you're abusing yourself when you talk to yourself, this is the same thing you're doing if you're not doing things that you like and you enjoy doing, but you spend time doing things because it makes other people happy. You have to remember you're really amazing. You need to accept this. You need to really start working with the fact that I am me. I want to do this. And I'm not doing it as first in a selfish way. I'm doing it because it really helps me grow. And when I grow, I help people around me grow. Because if you're not in a happy state, trust me, the people around you aren't either. I actually want you to take a pen and paper and okay, let's start with one. Can you just write one thing? Okay. Write something nice about yourself. Write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you can. Just write what it is. And when you finish writing a few things, tell me how many you've written. Where is the chat? Then you can unmute and tell me how many you all have written or put in the notes, whatever. Just tell me. Just give me a number. I wrote 10. I wrote 5. Write your positive attributes. Write what you appreciate about yourself. Write what is it that you think you're good at. Write a reason why you admire yourself. Write anything specific. I'm kind. But now I'm going to ask you to elaborate on that and say, I'm kind because when I see someone in need, I actually go and help them. Give me one, and I'll help you with that. Where are these? Okay. So what I'm saying is just write something just write a positive thing about yourself. I cook well and I enjoy sharing the food I cook. I help people clear their wardrobes and it makes me feel great. I do this. I pray for so-and-so. I bless compassionate. Correct. And why do you feel you're compassionate? Write to yourself, why do you feel you're compassionate? If I say, I'm compassionate because I just love sharing and I love giving. I am compassionate because whatever, everyone has their own personal reasons. So I really want you to think of the reason. So for those who have just joined, I have asked everybody to write down a couple of things, a couple of positive attributes about yourself. And you'll understand why. So please write down a couple of positive attributes about yourself. And once you're done, give me a thumbs up or whatever you want to, except the middle finger. Any other one's okay. Okay. And when you write positive attribute about yourself, write the reason why. Write, like I said earlier, I'm a great cook. I'm not. Right? I'm a great cook and I love sharing good food with other people. Right? I'm a very positive person and I love sharing my positivity with people. So write down whatever it is. Write down a positive attribute. I have to keep repeating this now. Okay. So note it down. Note down a positive attribute and what. Okay, so I just said note down a positive attribute and the reason why. Right? I'm compassionate because I'm happy because not I'm happy. A positive attribute about yourself. I'm kind. I cook well. That's a positive attribute. I dance and entertain people. That's a positive attribute. Anything positive. I want you to note down a few things. And once you're done, just give me a thumbs up so I know you guys are done. I'll wait for the. Have you all written? Okay. Anybody else? I'm just going to wait for a couple of thumbs ups. Not thumbs ups, literally. Okay. Why are you doing it in this and not to everyone? I'm just seeing the message goes to everyone. Yeah, okay. So have all of you written a couple of things that, okay, positive attributes? Awesome. Okay. Now just read it to yourself and tell me something. Isn't that a reason? Isn't that an absolute perfect reason to be loved and respected? I mean, what more? If you read that to yourself, just read it to yourself and whatever it is, it could be anything, but isn't that a reason for you to be loved and respected? So anytime something happens during the day, you even need to you just need to remember, okay, but I'm good at this. This is what I do. There is that positive aspect. All of us have a positive aspect. You really need to just give yourself some credit. Why is it we don't give ourselves credit for even this tiny thing? I want you to try every single day to try and write at least one positive aspect of yourself. When you do that, you can actually create an affirmation for yourself. Now, I want all of you to think of this one thing that you really, really want as far as self-love, self-worth is concerned, and send me a private WhatsApp. I'm going to help you create your own personal affirmation because each of us has something different and each of us want to create it for ourselves. But this is something I really want you to do. You can create an affirmation daily for yourself or create one affirmation and use it for 21 days directly, whatever it is. But you need to please do this. It's the simplest thing. I know all of you have heard it a million times, but it's very powerful and it does work. Please give it a shot. Okay? So the next one I'm going to go on to is self-accept. I'm just going to go on with whatever I have created for y'all. I think one of the big things most of us have is self-acceptance. I'm too thin, I'm too fat, I'm too short, I'm too tall, my hair color is wrong, my hair length is wrong, I'm wearing glasses, my eyes are like this, my nose is like this. Jesus, we're all stunning. Each and every one of us is so stunning. Look at yourselves. Why do we have to compare ourselves to that nonsense in social media and ads And that's also all touched up, most of them. I'm like, why? When people compare themselves, I always say one thing. So I will, I look at somebody and I say, oh my God, she's got such beautiful hair. But that's her beautiful hair. She doesn't have something I have. It's not that I'm comparing in that way. But you have what you have, which a lot of other people don't have. Have you ever looked at it that way? You may have a loving relationship which the other person doesn't have. You may be blessed with family which another person doesn't have. You may be blessed with money which another person doesn't have. You may be blessed with amazing things which somebody else doesn't have. The biggest problem we face is by comparing ourselves, we're actually putting ourselves down. Because we're going into this mode that we're victims. I don't have this. I can't do this. And the minute we do that, we're into a victim mode. You need to not do that. You need to accept yourself as you are and not be a victim of what you don't have. We always say, I think people will love me if I do this. I think people will really like it if I do this. We have to stop thinking of what people want and people are saying and people are doing. We actually need to do it more for ourselves. We've gone to this world where we live for social media or we live for acceptance from other people. We need to accept ourselves for what we are. Because I promise you something, each one of you here is absolutely amazing. And that's what you need to accept. This comparison is something which is just ridiculous. I think we really need to stop that. I can tell each one of you what you have, what I don't have. Each one of us has something the other doesn't have. It could be as simple as just a loving relationship. It could be as simple as hair. It could be as simple as not wearing glasses. It could be as simple as anything. And they're very big things too. So please focus more on what you have and less on what you don't have. The other thing which I think is very important is when I say protect yourself, you have to identify the people who are draining you and your energy. It's always there. There's something there. There is some situation there. There is something over there. There are many times it's in a relationship which you say, cut yourself from a relationship, it drains you. But there are many relationships we can't cut ourselves from. So then what do you do with that? You create a boundary. Yeah, you create a boundary. And that is a whole topic we're going to talk about. Okay. So I really want you to remember this is very, very important. I think the importance of protecting yourself from people is firstly understanding who are those people who are draining you. Once you have an idea, when I go for this lunch, I've noticed there are these few people, I come back and I'm exhausted. These people drain me. Sometimes it's conversations which drain you. Sometimes it's situations which drain you. There are many different things which drain different people. You have to decide for yourself, what is it, where is it, how is it? Once you're aware of it is when you can take it in your hands and say, okay, now I'm going to work on this. I'm going to work on just cutting this out of my system by creating boundaries. Along with this, before we come to the boundaries, is a lot of this happens, which I said earlier about comparing ourselves. If you just note this, that, okay, I have to stop comparing myself, it's going to make such a huge difference to your life. So when we talk about protecting ourselves, how is one of the ways you protect yourself? You protect yourself by keeping yourself in a happy environment. It's not always possible, let me tell you guys, okay? It's not. We all go through it. But surround yourself more with light-hearted people. Have you noticed there are some times you hang with certain people and you just laugh? You always have a smile. You're always happy. You're always laughing. I can see you. I can see. But you know what? Actually, it is so important for us to just spend more time with light-hearted people, positive people, people who support you for what you do, and not people who will say, it's happened to me many a time. I wanted to do something, and they'll say, are you sure this is the right thing for you? I actually had someone, okay, the beginning of this year, I just took up a new office in Dubai. And while I was taking it, I had someone come and say, but this is the time you should be retiring. You're in your late 50s. What is the time? What is the need for you to take an office? This is the time for your children's growth. And this is the time. I'm like, what? I'm like, are you kidding me? I mean, now that I don't want to be around that energy. I want to be around energy of people who support me when I'm doing things. And that is something you have to think of. It doesn't mean now, just imagine if your family member says it. You can't say, that's it, I'm not meeting this person anymore. You can't do that. But don't let what they said affect you and drain you. This is your choice. It is your choice to listen to what you want, to do what you want. Nobody can drain you unless you give them the power to drain you. This is what it is. I'm going to go into this because a lot of us have worked on this whole thing. We've been doing this for very long, where we have been very harsh on ourselves, the way I started talking to you about how we criticize ourselves. So we need to work on forgiving ourselves. Now, that's a really long topic, and you're going to be very bored with it, but I will bore you all about this later, because I'm going to get into the entire forgiveness thing. Before that, I really want to work with us and with some boundaries. What is a boundary? Okay, a boundary is literally where my responsibility is over, it's yours now. You have to stop doing the work that other people are meant to do and you are doing for them. Now, when it comes to, now I'm looking at this, okay, like for example, my parents, they can't do a lot of things. So I can't say I'm going to keep a boundary from them. And when we're having dinner and all, and I'm going to sit back and do nothing because it's their responsibility and it's in their house. No, my parents are old, they can't do it. So that is not where a boundary comes in. A boundary comes in where you allow someone to push you. A boundary comes in when people cross the line. It's very important. It's very important to have communication for your boundaries, because you know what? To really love yourself, you have to have good boundaries. You have. If someone is rude and someone is always putting you down and you take it, right? How are you respecting yourself? Why are you allowing the other person to do it? You're allowing the other person to do it. You know why? Because you're scared of, if you say something, how will they react? You can't live in fear. You can't live in fear. If you don't respect yourself, nobody's going to respect you. And I promise you, that is something you need to think about. How is anybody going to really... I always think this way, I have seen people break down because people have stepped over them, all over them. And I turn around and I tell the person, where are your boundaries? How are you allowing this person to talk to you like this? And what is stopping you from replying to that? You know what is stopping you? You know it. It's your fear. And if you have fear, you have no boundaries. Of course, we all have fear. Let me not I'm talking particularly about this situation. I'll turn around and say, oh my God, I better not say this. Priya's going to get upset, and let me just shut up and sit. And Priya says, Anjana, what a stupid webinar you hosted today. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'm sorry. What does that mean? That means I don't respect myself and I don't respect what I'm doing. And I'm allowing her to cross the boundary and tell me these things about myself. I don't think I am doing what I am capable of doing to share what I have learned, because I think it's going to help you guys. If you don't approve of it at the end of it, I'm sorry, but I did my best. So I'm not going to let you cross the boundary and say, Anjana, you're crap. Because I don't believe I am. Now that is self-respect. And each one of you have to do this for yourselves in different aspects of our lives. We have to know our limit and when it's too far. You need to have the boundary. It's very essential. Think of somebody who, and I'll tell you, see, I love this. Okay, now sitting and I was writing these points down, and I said, I said, okay, what are the advantage of setting boundaries? Can I tell you? It lets you know who's willing to respect you and who isn't. Have you realized that? It's as simple as that. You will actually look at the person differently when you realize the person is not crossing their boundaries. It keeps you safe, obviously. It keeps you safe from people taking advantage of you. Oh my God, have I been taken advantage of in a million different ways? Bless you. And it really, really keeps you, it just stops people taking advantage of you. You have to say that. When they push and you stand up for yourself, it gives you this, it gives you this sense of empowerment, saying, I won't let it happen. It proves to you that your time, your energy are important too. You're telling your subconscious, you're telling yourself, I'm actually worth it. Because otherwise you're letting people do things and you're not giving yourself that worth. You need to basically learn to say no. How often do you say no? Now, don't say no for this silly reasons, okay? I mean, and say, Anjana told me to say it, and don't blame me for this. I mean, when I'm saying no, what I mean. Don't turn around later and say, you told me to say no, so I'm not listening to you, Anjana. You don't do that, okay? That's not what I mean. Okay? It's when you need to say no. You need to know when to say no, no. You need to work on it every day. Work on it if it's something you struggle with. Don't be afraid to speak up. Because you know what? Sometimes we don't speak up because it makes us feel really uncomfortable. I don't want to do this. It's really uncomfortable. I don't want to deal with it. Just let it be as it is. Have you noticed how often we do that? Just leave it. You know, everything is fine. It's okay. I'm feeling like this. But why make everything now unsteady when everything is just flowing well? That's just us being weak. We're miserable in a situation, but you don't want to ruffle the feathers. So you're saying, just let it be. Just absolutely leave it as is. I swear to God, the first time I said no, I was so scared. Okay. But then the other person looked at me and said, what? I said, no, I can't do it. And they were shocked because I've never said no before. And it was really funny. But I swear to God, I felt so good. It just felt so empowering. And it's so silly and such a small thing. But learn to say no because you're respecting yourself by saying no. Why don't we respect ourselves and why do we let ourselves, just be, oh God, sorry. I mean, we can't do this. We have to be able to say no. We have to be able to say, I'm not interested. Sorry, I can't do this. Sometimes it's very difficult, but you know what? Sometimes you can just say, I'm really sorry, I have to go and do this, even if you don't have to. But if you have to create a boundary, sometimes just do this. Like I would get calls that would drain me. So now I've started, I swear don't do it to any of you guys, okay? Do it to other people. But sometimes I just call and I say, hi, I'm really sorry, I'm in a meeting, can I call you back? Now that's a white lie. I'm lying because I know that person is calling to moan and groan and moan and groan and not learn and grow. Sometimes you want to help the person. I will talk to the person and help the person grow. But if somebody goes constantly doing the same story over and over and over and over again, all they're doing is draining you. You need to have a boundary there. You really, really need to stop doing this. What is the difference now between self-love and self-care? Self-care is about showing love to ourselves in different way. It's how we feel love from ourselves, right? So this is about care. This is about more the physical side of it. It's about putting on your, just enjoying yourself. It's about swimming and dancing and meeting friends and pampering yourself and going to the spa and doing all these things. Why do I insist in so many talks of mine for people to have fun? Can I tell you why? Why don't we have more fun, guys? Because having fun boosts our confidence. Confidence is so important for self-love. When's the last time you laughed? You need to laugh more. Come on, let me smile. Come on. I'm very strict. You all have to smile right now. There. Okay, thank you. At least whoever I can see. The ones who have got the videos off, I can't say anything, but I hope you all are smiling, guys. It actually, you know what? It releases that it increases the endorphins in our body. And it looks good. It's very good for our skin. Now, I'm sure now all of you will do it. It's very good for our skin. It's really good. It gives us a lovely glow. At least start laughing for this reason, right? Having fun is very important because it helps us de-stress. These are just simple things. Why do we make having fun such a big thing? Oh, I really want to go out and have some fun. Oh my God. I remember this conversation I had with Priya that day, and I said, my God, we haven't had fun in so long. Let's just go out and laugh. Okay, as soon as I get to Dubai, I'm doing that. All the Dubai people on. Be careful. I'm coming there and we're all going to laugh and have fun. And I'm going to hassle all of you. Just laugh and laugh and laugh. Have you ever tried laughing meditation, anyone? You guys have to try this. Have you noticed I started laughing and look at your faces? It's just a way of starting the laughter. So if I keep laughing, you will start laughing eventually. This, my darlings, is laughing meditation. Did you know that? You actually have to all just sit together. One person has to, I do this, and people just stare at me for the first 10 minutes and eventually everyone joins in. Have you noticed how light you feel when you laugh? It's just so simple. It really is. That's my job. I'm going to go around the country making people, I have to go around Dubai and India, just making people laugh. I'm going to go to Delhi and say, I'm coming for laughing meditation. Everyone has to sit and laugh. Then I'm going to Dubai and I'm going to do this. That's it. My new funda. Make everybody. Okay. I blabber so much. I'm sorry. I can't help it. Let me drink some water. I'm talking so much. I hope all of you are hydrating too. So here comes one of my favorite ones for self-worth, self-love. You know what it is? It's living in appreciation, living in gratitude, which we don't do. We say, yeah, I'm so grateful, I'm really grateful for this, I'm really grateful for that. We're all very grateful, but how often do you actually work on your gratitude? How often do you do? What does it do?
What's happened to me?
Oh, sorry, somebody has. Okay. So when you live in appreciation, when you live in gratitude, it really boosts your self-esteem because you're now living in a positive state. You're not living in the victim mode. You've gone from the victim mode and you put yourself into the state of, this is good. I have a beautiful home. I'm healthy today. I can see. I can read. I can write. I can walk. I can talk. Instead of, oh my God, I wish I could do this today. I wish this. That's straight victim mode. The minute you do that, you're in victim mode. You have to move from victim mode to the positive, happy mode of yourself. You know, when you live like that, it actually helps you achieve your goals faster. Because when you're in the positive state, when you're in a happy, appreciative state of mind, it increases your determination, your energy, your enthusiasm to do more in the world. When you're in the victim mode, you're like, I can't do this. It's too tiring. Oh no, I'm just not in the mood. But instead of that, just quietly try and move yourself and go into that mode of, I'm grateful for another beautiful day. Have you ever just woken up and said, thank you for another beautiful day? We have so much to be grateful for, and we just do not. We don't appreciate, we're just not grateful. We don't live in a state of gratitude. I really feel a lot of people can do it. Don't. I have this thing, I don't know why I'm obsessed with it. I think around 15 years ago or something on Facebook, I started this group called Be Grateful. And it was just about, you were not allowed to share a post, you're not allowed to share anything. Just share one thing you're grateful for. And even if you do it for yourself, keep a journal and say, every day I'm going to write one. I'm not asking you to write 11, 9, 21, all the different things. Just write one thing at least you're grateful for. And keep it on your bedside. The minute you wake up, start your day with gratitude and just see how the day changes. Because your entire mindset is going to change. Instead of waking up and saying, oh my God, I have to go here, I have to do this, I have to do that, I have to look after this one, I have to do this thing. You'll wake up and say, oh, I'm grateful, I can read this. And your cup of coffee and your cup of tea and everything, the whole momentum will change. Please try this in the morning, guys. Yeah. You know, this whole thing about self-care, have you noticed, especially on social media, people will say, wake up at 5:30 in the morning and meditate like this and do this and get up for a yoga routine and make sure you work out and do your journaling. Like I just told you, write your gratitude, you know? So there's this whole thing everybody says you must do, you must do, you must do. I really don't think everyone can do that. Some people enjoy waking up at 5:30 and some people don't. So you can't force everyone to do the same thing to be happy. Everybody has to find their routine and their thing. You can just start, like I said, a simple thing in the morning. Don't you want to go and brush your teeth in the morning? Yes? Do you? Do you? Do you? Okay, I guess you'll do. Can you imagine when you're brushing your teeth, you just look at it and you say, you're so cute. Can you imagine how your day will start? Just think about it. Put an affirmation. Please try this and let me know. Put an affirmation on the, put an affirmation on your bathroom mirror. Okay. And just write cute. Okay. Just write cute. And every day that you go to brush your teeth, just say, oof, stupid Anjana. Okay. You're so cute and brush your teeth. You can curse me in the morning. Don't worry. But just try it. Your whole, you know how you're, just think from when you started. I've seen some of your faces when you started to now. There's already been an energy shift. Why is it? Because you're smiling so much. Now imagine if you start your day with that smile. Deepa, you're so cute. But I can't let my husband read this, so I better put it in a corner. No, let your husband also tell himself he's cute. I'm telling you, it just makes such, these are just simple tools which make such a difference in your life, guys. And whoever puts up the thing, please send me a photograph. I'd love to see your photograph of you're so cute in the bathroom. Anywhere you want. Done? Okay. You know, when you start your morning and you say, oh my God, I have to do this, this, and this, sometimes just make a list of things that you're looking forward to, instead of making a list of only the things you need to do. I'm looking forward to going and getting my hair blow dried today. I'm looking forward to, yeah, you know, we always only put the list of all the things that are draining us. Today, I'm looking forward to having a fun conversation with my friend. Today, I'm, just write a couple of things which are positive. Why only? I need to go to the supermarket. I need to get food organized. I need to do this. I need to, no, just happy, positive. Put in as much as you can. Literally do that. I you know what? It's, for me, what is the key to self-love is all of this. What is the key to self-worth? It's all of this. When you meet your needs, when you feel happy, oh, I don't know. I mean, we're all women, but have you noticed how good you feel when you wash your hair or you blow dry your hair? Have you noticed how good you feel, for example, if you have a manicure? I mean, these are tiny things, but it really makes us feel good. So do things like this which make you feel happy. Just try and do one thing a day which will prove to yourself that you love yourself. You know, when you write the positive attribute that we spoke about earlier, write the positive attribute and say, today I will share my smile with 10 people. As simple as that. How much will it take? Today I will not shout at any staff. Because I see a lot of people shouting at their staff, okay? I'm really, do anything. You know, just look after yourself also. Do something for others, but look after yourself too. Go to the spa, sleep in 20 minutes extra, whatever you want. What are the things that you can do? These are the things you can do to look after yourself. Make sure you get enough sleep. We all need it. It's really important. Go have a spa day. Go to the spa. If you can't go to the spa, get a masseur at home and do it. Or do anything. Ask your maid to give you oil massage, head massage. Spending time in nature. I mean, these things you all know. Talk to yourself kindly, please, please, please. Tell yourself you love yourself. Very important. The more you tell yourself, the more you're going to actually love yourself. Really. There's one thing I want you all to try. Every day, I'm giving you so many things to do every day. Okay, just at least do this. Okay. Every day, I want you to write down, I love myself because. And then you fill in the blanks. Right? And the other one is, I am proud of myself because. This will remind you every single day why you need to be respected, why you need to be appreciated, because you are loving yourself and you are proud of yourself for these two reasons. If you love and if you are proud of yourself for these two reasons, you have a sense of self-worth. And that is what you need to carry on with yourself. Are you all going to do that? Please? Yeah. I love myself because, and I am proud of myself. The proud is really important because it really makes you feel and realize what you have actually done for yourself today. Because we never do that. Oh, I got mine for this evening. I'm proud of myself because I hosted my first webinar. Yay! I got it for myself. Okay, so there's this really cute little thing I have, okay? It's not done by me, it's done by somebody else. It's called self-care for complicated houseplants, okay? Don't laugh, I swear it's we are all, I'm going to send all of you this, I'm going to send all of you this image, okay? I'm going to send this to you. I can't show it to you on the phone. No, it'll just be, I don't know if it's easy. I promise I'm going to send it to whoever there is online. Okay, self-care for complicated houseplants. We are the complicated houseplants. First, what do? First, we're going to hydrate. Just like a thirsty houseplant, make sure you're drinking plenty of water. Okay? Now, we all know this. Better drink some of talk so much. Now, next one. Some people know this because I'm going to be doing this for them soon, is repot yourself. Focus on your space by decluttering or deep cleaning. How often, even if you clean your bedside drawer, you will see the change in your energy. Okay? So first we're hydrating, then we're repotting. I swear you don't have to write this down. I'm going to send this to you. Okay? Then have you noticed they say talk to your plants? But if you talk to your plant and say, stupid, grow fast. Idiot. It's not going to grow. Okay, guys? It's not. So the same way we have to do to ourselves. Practice positive self-talk. Be kind and encouraging to yourself. Okay. The next one is all the plants, or most plants need some sun. We also need some sun. Sometimes it's too much sun, but just little bit of sunlight, try and get it into your body. Prune away the dead ends. Isn't that important? Very important. Let go of something that's not nurturing your growth. It could be anything. It could be a habit. It could be a person. It could be a place. It could be a situation. But prune away the dead ends. And then give yourself space to grow. By saying no, by creating boundaries, you have given yourself space to grow. If you're caught up like this, How does a plant grow if it's like this? You need to give it space, as do we. We need the space too, guys. We need the space to grow. We need the space to bloom like the beautiful flowers. Would you like me to send you all this? It's really cute. I'm going to send it to you. It's really cute. I'll show it to you. We have to remember, how have you realized when we eat something, how it affects our bodies? So, how we talk to ourselves also affects our bodies. It affects us physically, it affects us emotionally, it affects us psychologically. What we eat only affects us physically. So, please focus on how you're talking to yourself. Please focus on creating more love for yourself. I think I've talked too much. So I'm going to now keep quiet and I'm going to see what all of you have. Any questions, anybody? Did you all get enough clarity, guys? Just unmute yourself if you want to say anything. Yeah? You can unmute everyone, but then it becomes like a whatever. But I hope this gives you some clarity about how to work for yourself, how to create the boundaries, how to most importantly is how to respect yourself more. I think that when you respect yourself, oh, that's so cute. How do you do that? When you respect yourself, others respect you. When you love yourselves, others love you. You need to understand what is respect and love. Is that? So that's all I have for today. I know I talked about the point of forgiveness, especially forgiveness to ourselves, but that is actually a full topic which I want to do, which I'm most probably going to do next week. I will send you the details because forgiveness really needs a lot. Forgiveness really needs a whole session. I can't do forgiveness just as a part of it. I think we need to give it the full due. So that's how it is. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I loved sharing whatever I could with you. And if there are any questions, you're more than welcome to ask me now or send me a message and ask me later. You can unmute yourself, anybody. Otherwise, thank you all. I'm sitting in Bhutan, in case you all haven't noticed. I'm in Bhutan. This is the tiger's nest, guys, the one behind me. It has the most beautiful energy. I went there last month and I'm just obsessed. So I just decided, don't ask me how I found it, but I found it and I made it my background. So this is going to be my Bhutanese background. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you, Anna. That was a good vitamin dose for the start of the day.
Good. I'm
Beautiful.
good. And it's 10:30, no? So okay. So you had an early start, you guys. Good. Thank you. Thank you all for joining me and looking forward to seeing you.
Loved it.
Forgiveness. I'm glad, Deepa. I'm so happy. Really
Loved it.
good. I'm glad you guys are there. And I will see you guys physically or virtually very soon. Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. Bye. Now need to